Honey may look simple on the surface, but each batch carries a unique chemical and botanical fingerprint. This is especially true in the Himalayan regions, where bees collect nectar from a wide range of high-altitude flowers, most importantly, certain rhododendron species. The result is a honey that changes naturally with season, altitude, climate, and floral diversity. Understanding these elements helps explain why no two batches of authentic mad honey are identical and why this variability is part of its natural identity. The foundation of honey variability begins with the flowers themselves. Nectar is not a uniform substance. Its composition depends on the species of the plant, the minerals in the soil, sunlight exposure, and even the age of the blossom. Rhododendron nectar, for example, carries specific plant compounds that give mad honey its distinct signature. But the concentration of these compounds changes throughout the flowering season. Early blooms may produce lighter nectar, while later blooms can be richer and deeper in profile. Bees simply collect what nature provides, and the honey reflects these natural shifts. Altitude also plays a major role. Rhododendron species grow at different elevations, and their nectar changes with temperature, humidity, and soil depth. Honey from lower altitudes can be milder, while honey from higher cliffs tends to have a stronger and more defined plant profile. When Himalayan bees move across these zones, the honey they produce carries the imprint of each environment. Another influence is seasonal climate. Rainfall patterns affect how quickly flowers bloom. Sunlight determines how much nectar a blossom produces in a single day. Cooler temperatures slow nectar production, while warmer weeks bring a sudden increase. These fluctuations mean that honey collected in one part of the season will never match honey produced later, even if it comes from the same hive. Bee behavior adds another layer of natural variation. The giant Himalayan honeybee travels long distances and selects nectar sources based on availability. If rhododendron flowers are abundant, the honey will have a concentrated mountain floral profile. If the bees visit a mix of blossoms, the honey becomes more blended. Traditional communities recognize this and often categorize honey by time of harvest, not just by location. Extraction methods also shape the final identity. Himalayan harvesters collect honey only during specific bloom periods, ensuring that the honey reflects the peak of the season. Because they use gentle, traditional extraction methods without overheating or refining, the honey retains its original plant compounds, pollen grains, and natural enzymes. These elements contribute to the color, texture, and aroma, all of which vary with each batch. Modern scientific analysis supports these observations. Laboratory tests show differences in pollen content, mineral levels, aroma compounds, and nectar-derived molecules from one harvest to another. These shifts do not signal inconsistency. They confirm authenticity. Natural honey should never be uniform. Uniformity usually indicates blending, overprocessing, or artificial filtering. This natural variability is also why traceability and testing matter. Pollen analysis helps identify which rhododendron species contributed to the honey. Chemical profiles reveal the concentration of plant compounds. These tests ensure purity while allowing consumers to appreciate the uniqueness of each batch rather than expecting identical results every time. For Himalayan communities, this variability has always been understood intuitively. They know which harvest is lighter, which is stronger, and which is best suited for calm evening use. This sensory knowledge is part of their cultural connection to the landscape. Each season tells a new chapter of the forest's health, climate, and rhythm. In the modern wellness world, the idea of natural variability reminds us that nature does not produce identical outcomes. Instead, it offers complex, evolving expressions shaped by environment and season. This is what makes high-altitude honeys, especially authentic mad honey, so unique. Their identity comes from the living landscape, not from mechanical uniformity. When we recognize the value of this natural variation, we begin to understand honey the way traditional harvesters do, as a reflection of climate, altitude, and floral diversity. Each jar becomes a small expression of the forest that created it. For more clear nature-based wellness insights, subscribe and stay connected.